Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Fahmi from UniSZA. I'm going to present my iOER project entitled 5 Common Confusions on Dairy Products. This is the layout of my presentation containing 7 main topics. The first one is the area and end users of my iOER materials. I think the relevant areas related to my materials are first, science and technology, dairy regulations, and dairy products. The end users that I'm targeting these materials for are first, dairy farmers, dairy manufacturers, dairy students, dairy consumers, and the general public. I've prepared two types of iOER materials. The first one is an accessible PDF file, and the second one is a YouTube video. Both have been licensed at Creative Commons. These are the rationales behind the development of my materials. The first one is I think the content is very important general knowledge which can help in purchasing and consumption of the correct and intended dairy products. Secondly, the content is also easily relatable to daily life because dairy products are commonly purchased and consumed by almost everyone. Then in terms of the types of resources that I've produced, I think they are very common and easily accessible anytime and anywhere. And finally, I think the iOER project is a pushing factor for me to learn new skills and widen the reachability of my knowledge. These are the considerations for accessibility of my iOER materials. First, I used a native speaker voiceover for a clearer pronunciation and accurate auto-generated closed captions. Then I tagged my PDF file by the help of Dr. Chong using the Acrobat software. And I made sure that my materials are Creative Commons licensed. And finally, I used all public domain resources in my materials so that there will be no issues of copyright later on. These are 4 main lessons learned from this iOER journey. First, education is for everyone, therefore we have to produce more iOER materials to educate every single person on earth. Secondly, I think developing iOER resources or materials is not that difficult. Of course, with the passion and patience of Dr. Dayan and all the facilitators. Thirdly, problems can be solved through communication. If anything, just ask your facilitator. Any problem, you can Google Meet Dr. Chong. And finally, nothing makes a person more productive than the last minute, but until the deadline is changed again. So these are the sharing strategies that I plan to do to share my iOER journey with my friends and the public. Firstly, I would like to handle or to conduct sharing sessions with my fellow academics at UniSZA. I plan to do several short videos on tips and tricks of iOER development. Also a chapter in book on tools for digital content with my friends at the Academic Center at UniSZA. And finally, I hope to volunteer to guide future iOER developers. So these are my 2 iOER materials. Firstly, the accessible PDF file, and secondly, the YouTube video. Both can be accessed through the links that I've provided, and also can also be accessed through the QR codes appeared here. Thanks for watching. Special thanks I want to dedicate to Dr. Dayan for the resourceful and interactive lectures, Dr. Hisham as my facilitator for Group 9, and Dr. Chong for the weekly boosters with other facilitators. Thank you UniSZA for this opportunity, and thank you KPT for this initiative. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.